Thank you for the purchase of our semi-truck puzzle. Today we're going to go through the steps of assembling that. Just a reminder, there are other puzzles available at buildingwithdavid.com. So in your box that came with your puzzle, you have your instruction manual. The instruction manual tells you how many pieces you should have, so make sure they're all there. And then it tells you to sand them. So make sure you sand all your pieces first before we put it together. So we're going to go ahead and put it together. I've already separated mine all out into groups to make this easier and have everything sanded. So we are going to start step one in the book with the frame and the axles of the semi-truck, which there's the two frame rails and the axles. So make sure you have your rails in the same direction, and we're going to start sliding them together. So there's 3 grooves in the bottom, and we're going to use all 3 of those. And what we did there, and this one's going to be identical. It's going to slide down on this side. Okay, so there is step one. Alright, so this next page has got steps. We're going to do both these steps 2 and 3 on here. So the next pieces you need these are the next 3 pieces we're going to use. Let's go ahead and put them on. So this goes on the back of your semi. Make sure this slot here is towards the end. And it slips on here like this. And this piece will slide through right there. Make sure you got it somewhat centered up. And this piece is going to go right here. So the next thing, which was on that same page of instructions, are these 3 pieces here. So this one is going to slide right here. And this one will slide into them angle slots. And then this one here will go right there. Okay, let's see what we got next. All right. So for this next one, we need these 3 pieces right here, which is your steering wheel. So let's go ahead and put that together. So we need this piece like this, and you're going to take this piece here and push it through the slot, and then slide it down. And then you'll take the steering wheel and put it right on top of there. And then it will go on the truck right there. Okay. All right. There's our next steps. So for that, we need the 2 sides of the cab and these 2 pieces. So this is pretty simple here. You're just going to take one of these and slide it up in there. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one. Just like that. And then on the truck, it's a little bit harder to get in here because it's got to slide over this piece. And then we've got to pull it up and put it in there in this hole down here. And then it has to slide into these grooves right there. Which I'm having a little trouble. All right. There we go. Just like that. And then we've got to do the same thing on this side. Like I said, that one's a little bit more difficult to put in there. All right, here is our next steps. So for this next one, we need these pieces here. We're going to start with putting the hood piece on. So this has a slot in it, and the slot's closer to one end. It needs to go towards the front of the truck. Just like that. And then we're going to put the windshield and mirrors here on. It's got a notch or a tab on it that needs to go up. And be careful with this. This piece is pretty thin, so be gentle putting it in there. And then we're going to put the top of the cab on, and it can go either direction. Put that on there. And then we will put the grill on the truck, which it slides down onto those frame rails. And pops in these tabs here. And then we've got the rest of the hood. So this just lays on there, and it's held together with this piece. It slides down, and just like that. Alright, so the next set we had, which that was quite a bit, so let me show you this again. So we're going to do this side of the page. It's going to require these pieces here. We're going to take, see, these are two different sizes, so we're going to take the longer one. See how they're different there. The longer one goes in here. The shorter one goes up here. And we're going to do that same thing on this side. And now this piece will go over the top and slide into that groove and into this groove. And if you remember, this piece slid in, so you might have to slide it over a little bit. And then that goes in there. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, so here is our next step. Alright, so for this first one we're going to need these two pieces, and these three. Now these are the bumpers of the truck. They're the same front or back, so it don't matter which one we put on where. So we're going to slide that down right there. And then we're going to put one on the back as well. Right there. And now we're going to do fifth wheel plate here. So this slides into this groove here, and then slide it forward. So it goes down and then forward. And we'll put this, the fifth wheel plate on. This part right there. Okay, so the next thing are the wheels, which you've got two different kinds. You've got ones that are smooth, and then you got the ones that have the groove in them. So let's set these out here, everything. And then you've got two different sizes of these C-clips here, a bigger one and a smaller one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put the big one on first. And we're going to put on one of these. And then we're going to put on the second one of these. And then one with the groove in it will go on. And then we'll take one of the smaller clips and put on the outside. Just like that. So now we're going to do that 5 more times. We put on the big one, 2 of these, 1 of these, and the small clip. All right, and on the front, it's a little harder to get in here with those fenders. We're going to put that bigger clip on, and 2 of the regular ones, 1 with a groove in it, and then a small clip. So we're halfway there. Now we got this side. And do everything again. Big clip in there. 2 of those. 1 of these. Takes a little while to get all these on there. Now we're going to do that. Last one here, let's put that big clip on. 2 smooth ones, the one with the groove. And then our last small clip. And there you have it. Got us a semi-truck. Hopefully you enjoyed putting that together. Just keep in mind we have other puzzle kits available at buildingwithdavid.com, as well as my monthly project subscriptions where you can do building at home. They're not just put together puzzles, they are actual projects with glue and nail them together. Just check that out at buildingwithdavid.com.